One of my students asked, "Sir, what is meditation?" Because I advocate people to be meditative a lot, all the time. I tell them to be meditative. But I want you to know one thing, strange. Do you know there is nothing like meditation as such? The word is dhyan. In Buddha's era, Pali was the language. From Buddha, Bodhidharma, who took it to China, it took another turn and became Chen. And when from China it went to Japan, it became Zen. But the root is in the word dhyan. It's extremely simple. It's not complicated. So I'm discarding the word meditation right now because that's commonly understood and accepted. But the word is dhyan. There is no English equivalent to the word dhyan. Dhyan, those of us who know Hindi, your mother would say to you while you're climbing down the stairs or jumping from a tree, dhyan se, which means be aware, which means be careful, which means be attentive. Or in the class, your teacher would say, dhyan do, pay attention. So the word closest to dhyan is actually attention, not so much meditation. Now what is this dhyan and what is this attention? It is simply watching, being a witness, okay? Sakshi bhav. Now what is that? So for most of us, dhyan means sitting with your legs crossed under a tree or on top of a mountain and mumbling, chanting some chant with your fingertips touching like this and with your eyes closed, and maybe there are 112 techniques in Vigyan Bhairav Tantra taught by the Lord Shiv, passed on to the goddess Parvati, called Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. It's been converted, passed down since that era. 112 techniques on record. I'm saying to you, discard everything complicated. And if meditation is your interest, if you are keen to be meditative, this is all you need to do. Start paying attention. Dhyan. That's where meditation was born from. Now what is dhyan? It is attention. It is to become more attentive, more aware. It is to become more silent, more peaceful and more blissful. How does that happen? One, you have got to first work on your body. Now look, the time of Gautam the Buddha, when dhyan was born practically in the world, was different. Gautam the Buddha could sit under a tree with his eyes closed and meditate, because in that era nothing like stress existed. He had no income tax returns to file, he had no GST to pay, he had no traffic jams to pass through, he had no corruption and pollution to deal with, he had no elections to fight. It was a peaceful era. You could just sit and become attentive and your thoughts would disappear and you would become thoughtless. Today's era is different. Centuries have passed. 2,500 years have passed. Today's need is different. You have first got to get the stress out of your body, the toxins, and that happens through vigorous exercise. So first you have to work on your body, whether it's running on the spot, shouting, yelling, you've got to get the toxic out, swimming, cycling, dancing, whatever. You have got to first sweat it out physically so that the stress, all those thoughts, all those twisted, tortuous things passing through your mind are put to rest. It happens when you exercise vigorously. And then if you sat down after that rigorous exercise, your mind will automatically, slowly become more and more and more peaceful. How does that happen? It happens by you sitting and being the watcher. Just sit with your eyes closed and think as if you were sitting with your eyes open by the roadside and watching the traffic. So the traffic would come and pass and you're just watching. And it's coming and it's going, it's coming and it's going. That's with open eyes. But here, you're sitting with your eyes closed and you're watching the traffic in your mind. You will be amazed. Nothing new for you. Your eyes are closed and you're watching your thoughts. Goodness gracious, you. No thought will be connected with the other. And like rapid fire of a machine gun, 40,000 thoughts will pass through your mind in 1 second. You are sitting here, somewhere in India, but your mind has reached Antarctica. You are sitting at home, but you are in the fish market buying fish or in the mandi buying vegetables. Your mind can never be still. That's why it's called the mind. And there's no organ in the body called the mind. Mind is nothing but your thoughts. And thoughts are your biggest enemy. Because the Gurus have taught us, Man Jite Jagjit. The equivalent of mind in Hindi is Man. He who has conquered the mind, the Man, has conquered the world. So you don't have to conquer. It's not a fight. It's not a battle. But you have to watch. And when you sit down with your eyes closed and you watch the traffic of your thoughts passing by, the Japanese call it zazen, sitting peacefully and watching. Slowly the thoughts will start disappearing like traffic. Slowly. They'll pass, they'll become less and less and less and less, and then you will become blank. You will. That is that ultimate state of meditativeness. So meditation as such is just a word, but the action is meditativeness, and it doesn't happen, and it's incomplete if you do it just for 30 minutes a day and feel you've conquered the world. No sir, no ma'am. You become meditative in all your actions. Even on the days you can't sit with your eyes closed or you've not exercised and let the toxins and the stress out of your body, even on those days, everything you do while paying attention, in awareness, in meditativeness, you've reached, you've arrived. It'll take some time. It's a process. Rome was not built in a day. But when you become meditative, which means you pay attention to whatever is happening. Having a bath, you feel the water trickling down your body. Eating your breakfast, you chew every morsel, eat less, and it goes down. You feel what's happening. You become more silent, more serene. There's a glow on your face, there's a sparkle in your eyes. You walk, you're aware of every step. You talk, you're aware of every word. You interact with people, you're aware of every consequence of your action. You become aware. That's meditation. And when you're meditative, you're aware, you're paying attention, how can you do anything harmful to anyone? Most of all, you. So all I'm saying is, become, and I'm not the one saying it. This is my experience that I have learned from my masters, from the masters. They are everybody's masters. Masters have taught us dhyan. Dhyan se. Pay attention. Be aware. And that's meditation. Be aware. Dhyan se. Good luck.